What's up, guys? Welcome back to Colton Posey Fishing. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to set up your electronics. Starting to get into that wintertime pattern, so you guys need to know how to set up your electronics where you're going to get the best images during that situation. That way you can go out there and catch more fish. Stay tuned. Okay, guys, welcome back. I'm going to start off with your standard 2D traditional sonar. Now, this is where, in my opinion, Garmin succeeds over other companies. I'm not saying the rest of them's not as good, but this to me is the Garmin Chirp is true chirp sonar. It's the best sonar as far as 2D sonar, in my opinion, that you can get. So one way that I set up my 2D sonar, I do have it in simulator mode right now. This right here, these arcs, this is actually fish. Okay, this is what you would see if you was on the lake, if you was using your traditional sonar looking for fish. This over here is some tree of some sort. So one way that you can adjust your settings, hit menu, and then you're going to have your gain. Now that is going to be basically what you're going to see. So, you know, the higher it is, the more clutter you're going to get in the water. The less it is the less detail that it's actually going to show to you. So what I like to do is when I get on the water, I'll set it to 100. Okay, now see all this clutter and stuff in the water? What I do, I'll keep bumping that down a little bit, just like this, till I get the picture that I'm most comfortable with. So this situation right here, I would say probably around 90%. So then I would set it to 90% and then just go from there. So that would give me, see, all this clutter is gone. There's some standing timber, right here some fish. That is how I set it up. I don't really adjust the range or anything like that. I just let it do its thing, because most of the time when I'm using this, I'm just scanning for fish. That's all I'm scanning for. I can care less about all the cover and everything like that. I'll show you here in just a second what I use to find cover and stuff. But that's how I set up my 2D traditional sonar. Okay, guys, so now I'm going to talk to you about your down view sonar. On Garmin, it actually shows up as clear view, but on Lowrance and Humminbird units, they call it down view. So when I hit my down view sonar, this is the typical color it's going to show up on all of them. It is amber. What I like to do is adjust it to what situations I'm dealing with that day. So like today, it's bright blue bird skies. I mean, it's just a beautiful day. So I'll actually go into menu. Now this is how it's set up on most units. Okay, it's not going to be this exact layout, but this is basically how you do it on all the units. I'll go to appearance, and then it pops up my colors. So we're talking bright blue sunny skies, and I'm using, you know, polarized glasses. So I would go to like a black emerald. That'll really make that color pop. Okay, so it's really bright with the phone. So what I'm gonna have to do is adjust my brightness. Now brightness on the down view situations will actually control like the gain on the traditional 2D sonar. So we're set at 40%. So let me show you guys something. On down view, you see these dots? These little dots right here? Down here too, all of this. That's actually fish. Okay, they're on down view and side view, they actually show up and look like little tic tacs. So what I do to get the best return, the best reading that I possibly can, contrast is a big thing. If I'm working with hard bottom, I'm gonna set that up first. So we'll say, we'll just go to 90%, okay? Now we'll go to brightness. Now, like I said, this kind of adjusts your gain. See, the more that I hit it, the more detail that I get. So, right here, I'm going to work it up to, we just got shallow on the simulator. So I would actually go back down. Really hard bottom. 35. That's pretty good. Okay, give me just a second. Alright, now we're getting into that deeper stuff. So I'm going to start adjusting this. Probably about 40. Let's jump it up a little bit. Yeah, say about 45 is where I would actually set it. Okay, now in this situation, blue, bright, sunny skies, this is going to give me the best detail. See, these are all little fish hanging out right here. So that is how you tell whether or not that's fish. If you start seeing them dots and stuff on your down view sonar, that is fish. So basically, when you're setting up your down view sonar, you want to work your contrast, you want to work your brightness, and I do the same thing with down view that I do with 2D. I never change the range. I just keep that range on auto. And that's how you get the best return out of your graph. Certain situations you have to adjust it more. So let's say it's early in the morning. I will go to my sonar setup, appearance, and in my opinion, the midnight blue will give you the best return early in the morning, those low light situations. And you set it up the same way. You'll go through your contrast and your brightness. And then another color that I really, really like is actually the copper and amber. That is a very, very good standard setting for down view to help you get the best detail out of your image. Because see, with this amber, I can tell those are fish, but if I change it to advanced, appearance, and then I go to copper, those dots pop out a little bit more. Black emerald, they really, really stand out. Midnight blue is pretty similar as the other ones. So, you know, just play around with it a little bit until you get the view that helps you the most with your eyes. So, guys, that's how I set up my down view sonar. Alright, guys, welcome back. So now we're talking about side view. This is your side imaging. Garmin is called side view. With just a V and a U, but it's pretty typical as the other brands. As you can see here, those are actually tires and then wood. So how you set up your side view is going to determine a lot of factors. One of the biggest things that I do to set up my side view, let's say we're in 20 foot of water. No matter what depth you're at, you're going to multiply that depth by 3. So I said 20 foot, I'll multiply that by 3, and that would make it 90. So right here, it says 34 foot, so we'll do 30 times, 60, I'm sorry, with the 20, but 30 times 3 is 90. So I will actually set this up on 91, and that will give me the best return where I have just a little bit of gap right here and then the best view on each side. Okay, so now we're back in 14. So I'm going to come down here. I would do something close, just do like 10 times 3. So that would be 30. So let's go down, well, we're back in 20 now, so let's go to 60. And that's going to give me the best return on each side. You see, I can tell a lot of detail. You don't want to get it too far out because then you start missing stuff. So one of the things with side view, side imaging period, right here where these tires are, I want to look in the shadows, okay? I use the shadows to find fish. Mainly, I'm using the side view to actually find cover. We're going to just set this thing back to auto. That way it'll do its thing. But I'm actually looking in the shadows. Okay, so if you actually look right here, you'll see a shadow from this tree right here. Right beside that shadow is a little dot. That is a fish. On side view, they show up the same as they do on down view, so it'll be just little dots. What I like to do to play with this to make sure that I'm getting the best reading, one of the first things I do, I go to contrast. Set that joker all the way up, as high as you can. Okay, let's let the screen go on by. See how bright that is? You can't really tell much about it. So what I'll start doing, I'll start going down. Just keep going. Keep going. I want to get a good, solid, there we go. So we'll bump it down one more. We'll go to 75. Okay, and then brightness, it works the same way on side view as it does on down view. So I want to just sit here and mess with my brightness a little bit. Bump that down just a hair. So about 40%. I'll go up a little bit more. About 48. There we go. So at that 48, I'm getting a good return off the bottom. You can see where it transitions from hard bottom to soft bottom. Okay, we got standing timber, 33 foot of water. So, you know, I want to look at the shadows. Shadows is what's going to tell you is what's down there and how big the object is, which that would be something I'd have to go on a whole other video. So, one of the other things that you definitely want to do, got a sonar set up, go to color scheme, and I like to set mine up most of the time on black emerald. See how much that really pops? Which we're getting into a shallower depth, but that's really hard bottom. So once we get a little bit further out, you'll start seeing it kind of blend in, and I'll get a really good reading on there. It is. Okay, I see these tires and stuff back over here. All this right here, all them shadows. I'm looking in them shadows to see if I see any dots or anything like that on it. That's going to tell me if there's fish in there. These little dots that's coming up right here, these are actually fish. So that's basically how you tell if there's fish on it. So let's experiment a little bit. So we got midnight blue. That's another really good color. I really like midnight blue on the side view. Copper is a good one. You can really get a lot of detail with copper. Let's see here. Gray. Gray is really good in those. If you're really going through a lot of hard timber, you can really see the shadows really well. So, you know, just experiment with what you got and what works best for your eyes, and just play around with it. So, the biggest thing is getting out there on the water and spending a lot of time with your electronics. But guys, that concludes my lesson on how to do basic settings on your sonar to get you the best return. All right, guys, I appreciate you watching, checking out the video. Please like and subscribe if you would like more content. And if you have any questions about your sonar, just shoot me a message. I'll be glad to answer them. I also do electronic classes and on the water lessons, and that's one thing I wanted to talk to you about too. I've been getting a lot of questions about what the on the water lessons are and how I do the electronic classes and stuff. My main goal is to take you out there on the water. You use all of my equipment. You don't have to bring anything. You don't have to bring drinks or anything. Fishing lures, the whole 9 yards. I supply everything. And my goal is to put you on the water and not just take you to a spot to where you can catch fish, but show you why they're there, how I catch those fish during that situation and other situations. That way you don't have to call me again to help you out. It hurts me as far as business, but I didn't have a whole lot of people showing me all this stuff when I first started fishing and all that. I just knew my dad could take a June bug worm anywhere and catch fish. But all this stuff I've had to learn on my own. So I want to offer something to you people where you can go out on the water with me, catch fish, learn why you're catching the fish. That way, in future situations, you don't have to do that. So if you're interested in catching fish shallow, if you're interested in catching fish deep, something you're not comfortable with, a lure or anything like that, I will help you on that. I do affordable prices, which they range from a half a day to a full day. And you know, if you don't feel like that you've learned anything, I won't charge you a dime. But the electronic classes, I will take you out on the water. I don't care if it takes 2 hours or 48 hours. I will show you how to use your electronics to set up for the best image, and that way you know what you're looking at, what type of fish you're looking at. So guys, if you're interested in something like that, please feel free to shoot me a message. I'll let you know the dates that I'm available. But today I just showed you the basic sonar setups, what I use to adjust my electronics to where I can get the best reading during that situation. So if you're interested in learning more, feel free to give me a call. I'll help you out as much as I can. I appreciate you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe.